Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Scale Stories by Helium 10. My name is Bradley Sutton. I'm from Helium 10, and I'm joined by
Kamal from AMZ One Step.
And we are here to help
David Mead from InMotion double my sales.
All right. And now, guys, if you're just landing on this episode in the wild on YouTube or somewhere else and you have no idea who David is or his brand, make sure to go back to our main YouTube channel or wherever you're watching this on Helium 10 and watch David's first episode where you know about his backstory and how he came across his brand and what his sales have been like. And we had an overview of everything that we were going to be doing in some of these breakout episodes with the goal, as mentioned, to 2x or even more overall is online sales. In this episode, we are specifically going to be talking about a lot of the visual aspects of a listing of your brand on Amazon. And this is something we talked about in that first episode where, he wasn't doing a terrible job. He had a lot of, pretty decent images, but some of them hadn't been updated in years. And even by the time we recorded that first episode, we had already made some changes. And there was a lot of things he wasn't doing. Premium A+ content, brand story. Kamal thought that his images could be even better. But let me just show you guys really quick one thing. I'm not sure when you guys are watching this, but right now when we're recording this is in October. We just had the Prime big deal days pass. And something interesting, just with the changes that we've made so far to InMotion Hemp, which is we haven't even scratched the surface of all the different changes we're going to be doing. But I want to show you guys what kind of impact it's having. Dave and I were just talking offline about some of the sales, but here on the first day of Prime Day, now last year's Prime Day was not October 7th, but without adding any products that we talked about, and without doing any discount, he did not have a coupon. We did not do a discount on purpose on Prime Day because he wants to make sure that he can keep the momentum going with his inventory, and he was getting a little bit low on inventory. So he was like, let's just keep it going with full price on Prime Day. He had $1,200 of sales, over $1,200 of sales on October 7th. Last year, October 7th, $146 of sales. All right. The previous day, October 6th, which was not Prime Day. You guys, we know that that's Prime Day started on the 7th. $800 of sales compared to $150 last year. The second day of Prime Day, $700 compared to $200. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this whole plan of doubling the sales because with just the small things that we've done so far, we can see the impact that it's having. David, you pretty happy with the results so far?
Yeah, just to give you a sense, every day, of course, I'm on looking to see how sales are going. Last year, if I didn't creep above 300, I got nervous. I wanted to be above 300, and a lot of days were half that, very few at 4. This year, just since like you say, we've started doing some things with some images and stuff. And that's why I'm nervous about my inventory. It's going faster than I can, my trend never anticipated this, so I got to catch up.
And this is the one good problem to have. There's a lot of problems that people have on Amazon. This is the good problem to have where things are flying off the shelves so much you get worried about inventory. Obviously, you don't want to run out of inventory, but I'd much rather have this as my problem as opposed to, listing gets shut down or something like that.
Yep.
So we're off to a good start. Now, I just found out 5 minutes ago that, Kamal, you actually had been working with David offline about getting brand story on his listings, which he never had before. Talk a little bit, again, remind us, you talked a little bit about it in the main episode, but why is having a brand story important for a product page?
When I first met David, in Helium 10 Studio, that's where we found out there were few things which were really important, which were missing from the listing, and one of them was brand stories. And the reason why brand story is so helpful is because it helps you make a relatable connection with the potential buyers, because here you can talk about your company, your backstory, you can talk about your main features as well, some of those benefits. It gives you extra real estate on your listing, and the number one benefit that I see, because if you have a brand story, then you can also make your account eligible for premium A+ content. And you can also have all keywords and all of those brand story images, which also means you will be indexed on those keywords and higher potentially impressions. So there are like many benefits, but the biggest benefit I see is it will help you unlock the premium A+ content that vendors are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get that feature. But with brand story, you can get that unlocked in about a couple of weeks.
Now I found out about this a little bit later, so I wasn't involved in uploading this. So let's just for all the other people out there who don't know where to go to upload the brand story, where did you instruct David, or did you upload this directly? What part of the menu here on Seller Central?
Go to advertising, and then you're going to have to go to A+ Content Manager.
Okay.
Click there.
Okay, so right here in A+ Content Manager, I can see it down here, brand story. And so would you have hit start creating A+ content?
That is correct.
And
so
then, there it is right there. Brand story. Okay, and then so the final results, here's hemp cream. Is it the hemp cream? No, it's a hemp roll-on. If you scroll down here, now we can see this big section here. Now, did you create this based on the original, like a lot of the assets that you already had from when you guys did a photo shoot? Did you use AI for any part of this? How did you actually come up with this call?
So basically, what we did was everything is coming from the research that we initially did, and also we used the assets that we had when we did the photography originally long time ago. So first thing we did, we talked about us. We talked about when we InMotion Hemp was started, and it's a USA made company. So just to establish a little bit of trust, right there, the first module is about us section. Then we talked about the unique selling point of this product, which is two-way pain relief formula. So I think that is the unique proposition that this product has. So that is the next module. And then we talk about the ingredients. You can choose from roll-on or cream. Then we talk about active lifestyle, or for seniors, we target our customer persona once again. And the last module is about talking about made in USA, once again, just to establish that authority and the quality of the product. So this is what brand story looks like. We're talking about the main things. We could have added like few more, but this is what we have right now.
Okay, now I'm just curious. I have not uploaded this in a while, but okay, this is what I thought, because I noticed that there's a background here. So then there's a background image, I guess, that you would put that doesn't change as you move. Is that true? And then just this middle part is moving, the carousel. And these are like separate images that you're adding.
That is correct. The background image is a static banner, which is going to stay there, and you will have to design it for your mobile version and also a desktop version. So the background banner needs to be designed in 2 different dimensions.
Okay, cool. So now that is done, you wanted to upgrade here. This is what's called, this again, like we said, David, it's not like David's account was absolutely terrible. I mean, we already had updated the A+ content a few months ago. And this is what the A+ content, where it shows up in place of a description. And this looks good, compared to just a text description. But you were like, as soon as you saw this, you're like, you know what? We can go even better with A+ premium content. Do you have a listing out there, like of a known brand or something? I can just look up on Amazon right now just to show people what premium A+ content looks like. I'm going to search for sports research collagen. I know sometimes those guys have some good listings. Let's just take a look here. Here's their brand story.
And that's
oh yeah. So this, I think this is premium A+ content, because there's a carousel up here I can do, which I don't think you can do in regular A+ content, right?
And then there's a hotspots in this module.
Yeah.
Hotspot as well.
I haven't seen this one before too. So there's hotspots that we can do. And what else do we have here? Oh, and then there's shoppable content.
Shoppable
here.
Content. And there's
also a premium A+ content exclusive.
And there's a frequently asked questions section, which is not available.
Oh, I didn't even know this was part of the A+ content. This part right here that you're talking about?
Yeah, this is part of premium A+ content.
Very nice. I bet you things like Rufus and stuff might be able to even read this and get answers from this as well. So a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff here. Now, what is, like I think the requirements to be qualified, you had to have had maybe like 15 products or something like that, and you have 15 A+ content. But David only has 2 products, 2 main products. But what's the way that people like David qualify for premium A+ content when they don't have 15 different products?
It's quite easy. So first thing you need is a brand story, and it needs to be applied to all the active listings on Seller Central. If you have any inactive listing, you need to close that listing, but all active listings should have brand story. That is the number 1 requirement. And the second one, your A+ content should also be applied to all those listings, and you need to have made like changes 5 different times in the last 12 months. So what I did in David's account, so 2 of the listings, they were missing A+ content. So what I did, I applied regular A+ content to all the listings. Then I duplicated it 5 times, as you can see in the history. So you will see 5 different A+ contents approved. So I have done that. So now I'm going to have to wait for 1 to 2 weeks. Every Friday, Amazon does its like an indexing thing, and we're going to see a new, premium A+ content module thing, which I can, once we have that option available, we will be able to upload the premium A+ content over there.
All right. So now, if you can share your screen, I'm curious as to your process of at least preparing, getting ready for once he does qualify for the premium A+ content. What your creative process is.
The mock-up's ready. We're still working on that. So it may look like a regular A+ content to you guys, but like I said, there will be, interchangeable modules. The images will change, just like you see over here. So people will be able to scroll left and right. So that means we have additional banners, and this is going to look a lot wider. Regular A+ content looks a lot more skinnier, and this is going to look a lot more wider. And in the footer, the last, the 2 modules, which I cannot show here on the mock-up, are going to be the frequently asked questions, and also it will be a comparison, chart with a roll-on and a cream, so that we can do the cross-selling as well. Those 2 modules, they are not over here, and we're going to use some hotspot modules as well, which are hard to see on the mock-up, but you will be able to see that. And another thing we can do potentially is we can also add a video in the premium A+ content.
Nice. Now, obviously, we can do as David did and hire AMZ One Step to do this. But for somebody on a budget, what's the best way to have such beautiful things? Like we might not get to this level without doing it professionally, but with AI, I'm assuming that there's some ways that, some easy prompts or something where somebody can maybe just take a picture of their product and generate some of these. So what would you suggest to the people listening out there who might not be able to hire a professional like yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. There are some really good image generation models that you can use, especially Nano Banana. Nano Banana, it will keep your product image, very similar to what you originally have. You can also use ChatGPT, but it tends to change your product label or product shape or size a bit. But over time, things are going to get better and better. So you can use, with a simple prompt. How I like to use AI is, first thing I do is I do entire competitor analysis and the market analysis. We would you can use Helium 10. You can download all the reviews. You can give it to ChatGPT. Ask it to make build a customer avatar for you. Ask like what are the top pain points, what are the key decision making factors, who exactly is buying this product. So ChatGPT should be able to read all those reviews and build a very strong foundation for you. That is the step number 1. Step number 2, you can give a prompt and ask ChatGPT to create creative brief for you, like what should be the image number 1, image number 2, image number 3. It's going to give you really, and you can it's going to give you really good creative brief ideas, and then you can ask ChatGPT to change those ideas into image generation prompts. So ChatGPT will build those prompts for you, and you can use the image generation model within ChatGPT to generate those images. Or you can take those prompts and go to Google Gemini, use Nano Banana technology to generate those images for you. So this is how a regular person who's on budget they can use ChatGPT to generate those images. What we have done at AMG One Step, we have built our proprietary technology. It's called listingoptimization.ai. All you need to do is just upload the product picture or upload the ASIN or give us the keyword, and listingoptimization.ai will do everything for you from start to the finish. If you don't want to like open multiple tabs. So these are two ways where you can use AI if you're on budget to generate really good images which are data driven, really fast.
Awesome. And so anything that we're doing now, we had also talked in the main episode about launching a new product for David, or a couple new products over time. One being another hemp-based product, and another one being maybe on a different brand that's non-hemp to kind of like get over some of the obstacles he has on listing on some marketplaces. But David, pretty much everything that Kamal is talking about, him having already done or about to do for your hemp cream and hemp roll-on, we are going to go through the same exact process on those new products too, because it's the same kind of SOP. Okay, so that's comes some of the fancier stuff, but some of the bread and butter, I believe you had said you wanted to even, or you thought that we might be able to even do better than these updated images that we had already done earlier. Was it all of them you wanted to kind of like test, or mainly the main image, or what was your idea for how you can up his image carousel?
I think the 80-20 is the main image. So if we could focus on the main image testing, if we could test different variations, the potential of increasing the sales is very high. I'm saying, just the main image alone could double or triple the sales, if it's done well. So the next part I was thinking, I have done in the background. I have generated some main image mock-ups that we're going to be testing. Obviously they're not final. Designer need to work on that. So when I did the research, the people in the reviews, what they're talking about is, the odorless, it doesn't have any smell, so that's number one thing we can maybe highlight. That's the color. Or we can have like long lasting, pain relief. That's like another positive thing that we found from the reviews. We can also call her like made in USA. So there are like three potential call outs that we can test, and how we're going to do that is step number one is going to be Helium 10 audience to see which call out people are really liking it, and maybe once we have the winner, then we're going to go to manage your experiments and split test the existing image with the new image, which is a winner from Helium 10 audience. So that is.
And how are you going to get these images that we're going to test?
So the mock-ups, they're, if you mean like how we're going to make them, so the mock-up will be made using AI, and the final changes will be done through the designer. And AI is getting better and better. So 95% of the work will be done by the AI, and the only 5% will be done by the designers.
Have you done any mock-ups yet that we can take a look at, or show the software you're using?
Sure. Okay, so when I did the research, as you can see, the fast acting relief was the number one positive theme. Non-greasy formula, ease of application. So these are a few things that we could potentially call out. So this is an entire market intelligence that we have done for David, like all those reviews. And I'm going to go back and to the images. So this is the main image concepts that we have. One thing I was thinking, maybe something like this with some water droplets, made in USA badge. We can add, obviously, this is not AI changed the product a little bit, so our designer will have to fix that. That is one mock-up that I'm thinking. Second one, it could be fast acting relief. So these are the two different call-outs that we're going to have to test. These are the mock-ups, or we could do like similar approach with his existing. The way this is his current image, like almost like very similar. And what we have to do, we're going to have to change some stuff on the packaging, because right now, if you look at David's main image, the text on the product packaging and text on the product is almost the same. So that is a real estate wasted. So we're going to have different text on the product packaging, which is
like a different feature that we're highlighting. One feature we highlight in the product packaging, one feature we highlight on the actual product label.
Absolutely. So this is where I'm creating these concepts. So I have like 3 concepts ready, and if I wanted to make more, I can just maybe edit the prompt. I can maybe if I want to do a different call out, instead of made in USA, I can change it to maybe orderless formula, right? And then click save, and the new images that will be generated will have orderless formula.
So, Kamal, can I ask you a question? I don't want to get off this too much, but I don't think we claim it's an odorless product.
Yeah. So
maybe
you
somebody
got that from the reviews, right? Kamal?
it's
People
coming
were
from the
saying that.
reviews. There has
I think we claim it's a pleasant odor, but to say it's odorless would be, I mean, it's not like a lot of them that are medicinal. We purposely made it so
Like
it's
10 gay with that, you can smell somebody
Yes.
coming from like
Yeah,
15 miles away.
Yeah, I mean, we put menthol in it, and some of it we try to cover that up because some people have to be too strong. So you want the effect. So I see how that came, right? It came from somebody that didn't smell it or something.
So it all came from those reviews, and obviously, these are not, everything like we talked about will be approved by you before we upload. I was just trying to show.
But I think it's interesting to see how those things come, because some people say it's got CBD in it, when in fact it can't and it doesn't. But they'll check and they'll put something in there, and of course some reviews are not too good. And I had a review one time where the guy said he couldn't make it. Couldn't put it on the wall because he was reviewing the wrong product. So yeah, I think there is information in there that you have to watch. That's why I think the designers look for that stuff. Right?
Absolutely, there will be like AI picks few things up, but there will always be a human which will verify everything. Like is it like really a non-greasy? Is it really an odorless? Right? Like how long? We don't want to make any false claims. Like instantly, even like 60 seconds or something. So there will be no claims like that. So I was just trying to show like how you can test out different callouts in the main images just to get the extra click-through rate.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
And then that tool you were using, is that just an internal tool for you guys, or people can go and use that tool out there as well? This
is mainly for us, but the people can also, we're not like marketing it as a SaaS product, but if people want to come and use, they can go to listingoptimization.ai and start using it. So there's we're not keeping it, we're not hiding it.
All right, so then you're gonna get an initial list of images that you want to split test using Helium 10 Audience, which is we've shown that in other episodes here in Scale Stories, where it's a tool where you can talk to real Amazon buyers, Prime members of certain age groups who might be of the target market, and say, hey, something like, well, which picture here would make you most want to click it? But then are you going to like whittle that down to like maybe 3, like maybe from 9 to like 3, and then do the manage your experiments? Or are you doing the exact same, like you're just going to go forward with what you think or with what Helium 10 Audience shows people vote for, but still go ahead and do a manage your experiments in Amazon to just validate that? What did you mean by doing both of them?
So this is what my approach is going to be, and this is the SOP that I always use. Step number 1, we're going to create 8 to 9 different main image concepts, not just 1 or 2, 8 to 9, maybe 10 or 12, who knows. So that's where we're going to start, and from those maybe 10 concepts, we're going to finalize the 3 concepts, and those 3 concepts will go to Helium 10 Audience. The winner from the Helium 10 Audience will go to manage your experiment against his current image.
Against the current one. Got it.
And we don't wanna take it too big of a risk by removing his current image, because it's already doing well. It's giving him like good CTR, so we don't want to play around with that one. So once we have the real winner, let's say our new image wins, that's when we can take his existing image back to the 8 or 9 images we created, then Helium 10, and the real winner would come once again. So that's how we use split testing process.
Okay, so some of the tools we just mentioned, guys, both in and outside of Amazon. In Helium 10, we talked about Helium 10 Audience. So this is where we would go ahead and create a new poll and have different images here. And then we also mentioned manage your experiments. So you can find that under the main menu, brands, and manage experiments. And then you would be able to create a new experiment based on what we're talking about now is the product images. And so we would do one for product images. You would select the ASIN and then upload the images, and then on a live listing, we would be able to run a test to see like, hey, which gets a better click-through rate, which gets more conversions, etc. So again, sometimes we might think, oh, like an image is an image. Sure, maybe I can have a little bit better lighting or something, but all these little things that we mentioned, such as adding different text to packaging. And some of you might be like, wait a minute, isn't that not good if the package is different than what the customer gets? Yeah, we're not going to like completely change the entire package where nothing, the customer thinks that they got the wrong product, but text here or there, nobody notices that stuff. Like I bought this NeuroGum thing, but if all of a sudden this NeuroGum thing that I got in the mail, it was still green and everything, but instead of energy and focus, what it said was energy and clarity. Like, am I going to notice that? When I get or complain about that to Amazon? No. So, but if all of a sudden our image on Amazon showed this, and then what I got was like something twice this big and bright neon orange or something, yeah, I might think like this might be the wrong product. So definitely don't do that. But experimenting with the words on the package a little bit here or there is actually something very good to do, because it does two things. Number one, it just kind of like subliminally makes somebody more likely to pick something, because like if I search the keyword hemp roll-on or something, and then I see the words hemp roll-on on the package, just psychologically, it actually makes me trust that product more, like, oh, this is what I was looking for. The other aspect is Amazon AIs and SEOs can read images, especially the text on images. And so it could help you a little bit, not it's not a deal breaker, but it's going to help you in your how you are relevant to Amazon for certain things, where the main image has text in it. It makes you that much more relevant for whatever text is in there. Plus, especially some of the new AI things that Amazon has, like Rufus and things, where you can search, you can have a generative AI experience and ask Amazon questions about the product in all of your images. I've tested this many times where I can ask it a question and then it wasn't necessarily in the listing, but because an image showed it, it answered because of it. So this is all important stuff. To date, that is the only things. So those are some of the only things we've changed, other than tweaking David's advertising a few months ago, that has resulted in such big increases in his sales. So we've already improved a lot, and it looks like we have more on tap. Anything more to? Are you working on anything else as far as non-advertising? I know we have a whole other module we're going to do about advertising creative. But have we missed anything, Kamal, that you're working on for David's account?
Another thing that could be secondary images, but we're going to have to wait once we find winning new main images. Once that is done, then we can potentially work on secondary images as well. I'm meeting with Vincenzo next week, so if he asks me, he's going to tell me some strategies that we could potentially use in the secondary images. If he gives me a green light, if main image, once we find a winner main image, then we can also change the branding to the secondary images, or maybe change the orders. A lot of the time, maybe sometimes just changing the order and running an experiment could also give us extra sales. So it's not I'm not saying that we're not going to do that. It's still in the plans, but we have some other priorities which is lined up, but we'll do that for sure.
What did you think of the video? I think you guys were the ones who made the video. That was something he didn't have an updated video. And let me just put up what we have on here in the carousel for videos. But there's audio happening here. Captions are off. People can read it. So this is something that you guys had made. This was not AI generated. This was a real video you made. But is this pretty much good to go, or do you think you should we should think about doing some variations of this video?
There's, it's already converting. I think listing is already converting at like 15% or more. Another thing that we could potentially try is a UGC video and split test that against, against a commercial style video. That's one thing we can test out. Other than that, I don't think, I think this is a great video. It talks about the right customer avatars. Only the UGC video is the only thing that I can think of which is worthy of split testing from this point.
Cool. Where did you find these actors here? These are neighbors, Kamal?
They're in Bali.
They're in Bali, yeah.
You're in Bali.
Oh, this was from Bali, in your Bali studio?
We had to send product to
Oh, I
Bali.
thought you did this in Canada. Wow.
Yeah, so we have models from like different ethnicities, even in Bali, right? So when we ask some of our brands who work with us, they kind of are they going to be are they going to be like Asian models? I'm looking for American models. We're like, no, we have all sort of models within Bali, and the locations are also like
diverse offering.
Absolutely. So right now, the world is changing. A lot of stuff is being done with AI now, because before brands, they used to send products to Bali because they wanted beach in the background, they wanted some premium villas or swimming pools at affordable pricing. But right now times are changing. We're using like a lot of AI. So
well, we want David's sales to be so good that he can spend a month in Bali. Maybe he can be one of your models for other videos because he's vacationing there.
Yeah, we'd love
I love it. All right, so for you existing Amazon sellers out there, take a look at your images. Even if you had great images, great A+ content, but they haven't been updated in 4 years, it's probably time to take a look at it, because your reviews are different now. So you might get some more insights about what people are talking about in some of your reviews that wasn't something that people cared about 4 years ago. Things can look dated after a while, and so I think it's really good that we did this kind of like revamp on it. Obviously, if you guys are creating a brand new listing or new products, you're going to use these same SOPs. But just because you had great images and great videos and great A+ content in the past, don't assume that you can't do better. You can already see from David's results that updating your imagery can have a huge impact on your sales. So I look forward to getting the premium A+ content up. Maybe in a future video, we'll look back to see these things, how you implemented it. Maybe look at the results of these split tests that you're doing with Helium 10 audience and manage your experiments. And then most importantly, look at the numbers of how David's conversion rate, click-through rate have improved, and sales have improved because of this. So thank you, Kamal and David, for this. Any last questions, David, on the image side for Kamal?
No, I'm always amazed. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you guys in the